Manifest for life, changing energy, shifting perception. This podcast series will change the way you see and feel as a human here on this planet at this time. Hi, I'm Trish Rock and I'm thrilled to have your company here. Energy is what we are all about, and our feelings about that energy are the key to joy, love and abundance, and it's always a conscious choice. Enjoy this podcast, share it with your friends, and please subscribe. And you can also visit my website at trishrock.com to discover more resources and tools. Now, let's get started on today's show. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Energy, changing energy, shifting perception. And today's topic is I am the boss of me. Do you feel like you are in charge of you? Really in charge? Now, if you had have asked me this question a few years back, I would have said, yes, of course. I'm the boss of me. No one tells me what to do. A very arrogant and egotistical attitude was my style back then, although I didn't know it. I was also very insecure, fearful, and critical of myself and other people, which translated into a big blame game, where every bad emotion I felt was never my fault, but the fault of all of those around me. My happiness was dependent on how others were behaving. Now, when I really look at it from the eyes and heart that I have now, was I really the boss of me? Heavens, no! I was allowing every situation and circumstance to be the boss of me. I actually had no control at all. I just thought that I did. I am the boss of me. So what does this actually mean on a daily level, a spiritual level, and a human level? Well, let's take a look at how it translates into daily actions, thoughts, and feelings. Every day we are faced with energy around us that is out of our control. People are dealing in their own way with what life is for them, and you're included in this. Now, I think from an early age we see others trying to have some type of control over all of this, and we also adopt this practice as we grow up. Trying to control other people, situations, our circumstances, and even trying to control our emotions so that we don't have to feel them, because sometimes it's seen as a weakness. This type of control leaves us totally under the control of everything else and everyone else. Totally out of control, actually, when we think we are in control. The only thing we can control in this lifetime are our own feelings, thoughts, and emotions. In every moment, it's up to us to choose how we feel, what we think, and how we are reacting to the energy around us. It is in each moment that we have a choice of feeling love, joy, and happiness, or of feeling fear, sadness, and anger. Once the blame game is not being played anymore, and we start to take responsibility for everything in our lives, that is when things begin to change. That is when not only do we feel differently about life and those around us who are experiencing life also, but when the things around us also appear to change. I am the boss of me. It translates to I take responsibility for everything in my life, for every feeling I have, for every reaction I choose, and for every thought in my mind. No matter what emotion we are feeling, it has been created by us. We are creating in every moment. The thoughts we think, the words we use, consciously and subconsciously, they are all forming our reality. To be totally in control of our own stuff will not only serve us far better than the blame game, but it will also serve all of those around us and beyond in a far more expansive way. For holding the highest emotions of love, happiness, and joy within us allows us to also see others in the highest light. And to be in charge of how we feel is to be the love that we are as often as possible. Now, there's a lot of discussion and talk around the whole idea of others being a reflection of us, and to truly step up and expand, to truly grow and learn, we must take notice of what is being reflected back to us in every situation. Now, this is easy when we are experiencing joy, love, and happiness. But when the emotions and feelings are in the lower vibrations, it can be really challenging to see ourselves reflected in that way. Now, I remember when this truly came to light for me and made a whole lot of sense, finally. In a relationship I was in a long while back, I felt totally disrespected. I felt very unvalued as a person, and certainly not valued as this man's girlfriend. I really became bitter about it, angry that he could not respect and value me as I deserved to be, and I eventually became very disconnected. It just went downhill from there, ended very badly, and it was truly hurtful for both of us. But it was here in this hurt and anger and brokenness that I found a truly valuable lesson. All through this relationship, what was being reflected to me was actually my lack of respect for myself, my lack of value for myself. So when we talk about people reflecting back to us what we need to see in ourselves, it's more about how we are seeing or treating ourselves. For example, in this scenario, I could have thought that the reflection coming back to me meant that I was a disrespectful person too, and someone who didn't value others. But the real reflection and lesson here was how I was treating myself. He showed me how I was treating myself, and I am truly grateful. The universe, which is me in disguise, had to create an extreme situation for me to really get it this time, because I had ignored all the other attempts that had been mirrored to me, but I got it this time. So what we experience in reality is exactly what we have created for ourselves through the thoughts we think and the words we use. So to truly be the boss of ourselves, this is where we must focus. Not on others, not blaming others for anything. These days, I make sure I feel all and every emotion that stirs in me. I'll take a big breath, and then I take responsibility for how I am feeling. Now, I'm not perfect, and it doesn't always happen straight away, but I am aware of it now. And if I'm feeling joyful, loving, and happy, then I become so grateful and thankful to have these feelings of peace and connection in this moment. If I'm feeling sadness, fear, or anger, or any of the other lower emotions, I will ask myself why that is. What was it about that situation? What was it about those words? What was it about how that person acted? What was it exactly about that moment that dropped my emotions to sadness, fear, anger, discouragement, or any of those lower vibrations? And how can I get back to love as quickly as possible? Remember, total responsibility means never using blame or even including the other in the answer, really. So the answer needs to begin with, I felt that way because, and some statements that would be great to end that with would be, I felt disrespected, I felt unheard, I felt small. I felt that way because I felt threatened, I felt scared, I felt insecure. Then the use of self-inquiry takes the pathway to self-responsibility, to keep questioning why you felt this way in the situation and how your old beliefs, experiences, or patterns may be bringing up these emotions to clear them. And remember, this is why also the people are there in your life, to bring these emotions up to the fore so that you can deal with them. It's a choice we have in every moment. Stay in the emotion and stay in the blame, or be the boss of our own lives and own everything we feel. This is freedom. This is control. This is love for ourselves and for others. I hope this conversation has helped to show you a new way of being, a way of being that will set you free. And not only that, it will set those around you free as well, if they choose to be, of course. Are you the boss of you right now? I would love to read and learn more about how this works for you and what you have done to really be in control of your life and your emotions. Leave a comment over at the Facebook page, Trish Rock, Manifest for Life, or head over to the website at trishrock.com where you will find this podcast blog and leave a comment. Till next week, bye for now.